Today we're going to be doing a very basic California roll. If you've never done sushi before, this is a very good roll to start off with. It's a very simple beginner roll. It's very popular and it's very, very good. So you start off by grabbing your nori paper, which is your seaweed. Go ahead and you start by putting rice on it. And you want to cover the entire surface area of the nori with rice. And you want to remember you want to keep your hands as moist and damp as possible, but not overly wet, so you're just not ruining everything. The rice is very sticky, so it'll stick to your fingers and everything else that it touches. And then you flip it over. We're going to add our cucumber, which we pre-cut and have ready. We're going to add our crab. You want to make sure that you put it directly in the middle, leaving enough room for you to be able to roll it. And then we're gonna add our avocado. And you could put anything that you really want in it. You can get as creative as you want, or you could get as simplistic as you want. And as you're rolling, you wanna make sure that you're holding your ingredients in the middle of the roll. And as you're rolling, you're kind of tucking it in and pressing down to create the roll. You want to make sure that everything stays on the inside, but you want to always make sure that your hands are damp in order to avoid the rice from sticking to your hands. A good tip to use is also to have some saran wrap over your roll in order to avoid it from falling apart. Now traditionally, obviously, this isn't fully recommended, but at the same time, if you've never done it before, this is a good tip. You take your sushi mat and you put it over the roll, and as you're pressing, you want to tuck your fingers underneath the roll to create the cylindrical shape. You want to make sure that you press everything completely inside, not over pressing it so it doesn't completely fall apart. But you want to tuck in the sides of it, and as you create your shape. Next, you want to make sure that you take your sushi knife, and this, you can use any knife as long as it's extremely sharp. You don't want to ruin your sushi roll by cutting it with a dull knife. We usually like to make at least 8 pieces of a sushi roll, so you cut directly down the middle, off to one side, then the other, and then you divide each piece in half, giving you the 8 pieces. And always having just plain water to keep your knife from sticking too much to the rice is a great idea. And then you just pull off the plastic. The next thing that you do, and obviously you can serve it any way you want, and you could, like at this point, you can decorate it any way you would like, but for right now, being a very simple roll, we're just gonna use tare, which is just eel sauce. You can make any kind of sauce that you'd like. Like I said, you can get as simple as you want or as complicated as you'd like. There you are. It's a very basic, delicious California roll.